Nithyananda? Yes. Now we'll be learning more about the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, happening on planet Earth as a Guru and guiding us further into various understandings for the well-being and of humanity, for the completion and fulfillment of all the living beings to restore planet Earth, to protect all the beings on planet Earth. So let's see more about this dimension of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism happening as a Guru in our life. And today, in the celebrations of Navaratri, as we celebrate the Navaratri during these 9 days, as we celebrate Devi and Bhagwan Venkateshwara, the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya also offers various sacred rituals and sevas to Devi and to Bhagwan Venkateshwara during this time for the protection and well-being of humanity. On each of these 9 nights of celebration, Devi is adorned and decorated in her various manifestations and worshipped as her various manifestations. So let us now see some of the various rituals and sevas being offered to Devi Parashakti on these 9 nights of celebration. On day 1, we celebrated the manifestation of Devi as Rajarajeshwari, who bestows the protection from natural and epidemic calamities, for the removal of delusional arrogance, and bestows all boons upon the devotees. And on the second day of celebrations, we celebrated the manifestation of Devi as Devi Meenakshi, who bestows the protection from insecurity and of job loss and career loss. On the third day, which is today, we are celebrating Devi Parashakti as the manifestation of Devi Kamakshi, who heals us from all relationship problems and the ability to heal from the loss of loved ones. On the fourth day, we'll be celebrating the manifestation of Devi Annapurneshwari, who bestows the protection and blessings to heal from health problems, heal from allergy problems, and heal from nourishment problems. On the fifth day of celebrations, we are celebrating the manifestation of Devi Vishalakshi, who blesses and graces us to remove the leadership quality and protection from uncertain future. On the sixth day of celebrations, we are celebrating the manifestation of Devi Parashakti in the form of Shayana Tirukolam, and the Devi who blesses for disorder for relief from psychosomatic disorders, healing from mental disorders like stress, suicidal thought, and depression. And on the 7th day, we are celebrating the manifestation of Devi as Devi Mahalakshmi, who bestows grace and blessings to protect from the loss of wealth, protection from loss of business. And on the 8th day, we are as Devi Durga, who bestows the protection from the coronavirus negativity, protection from untimely dangers, protection from enemies. And on the 9th day of celebrations, we are celebrating the manifestation of Devi as Devi Saraswati, who bestows upon us the ability to grasp knowledge, the ability to achieve excellence in exams, ability to learn through new ways of learning, and and who bestows the grace for the ultimate knowledge, the supreme ultimate knowledge to be awakened in us. And during these 9 nights of celebration of the Navaratri, we are also offering various sevas and rituals to the deities in Adi Kailasa Sarvadvipita, the Kshetra, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has consecrated all the gods and goddesses of Kailasa, where they are living deities. And in this sacred space, the rituals are offered by third eye awakened beings with the highest integrity and authenticity and as per the agamic injunctions. So some of the sacred rituals being offered during these 9 nights of celebration: the Mahaganapati Homa, the Utsava Ambal Alankara Seva, the Swamiji Vishesha Ambal Alankara Seva, the Utsava Ambal Vishesha Shodashopachara Puja, the Chandi Homa with Vishesha Dravya Homa and Purnahati, the Dashabhairava Puja, Kumari Puja and Swahasini Puja, the Durga Pratima Prana Pratishtapana, the Durga Saptami Puja, the Durga Saptami, Ashtami and Navami Puja and Arati, the Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam, the Durga Ashtami Puja, the Durga Kumari Puja, the Durga Navami Puja, the Ayudha Puja, the Maha Naivedya Seva on Vijayadashami, the Pratyakshapada Puja on Vijayadashami, the Tulabharam offering on Vijayadashami, the Utsava Venkateshwara Alankara Seva, and the Utsava Venkateshwara Navakalasha Abhishekam. So all of these sacred rituals and sevas are being offered in the sacred space of Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Sarvadvipita, the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya, and the devotees can offer any of these sevas and celebrate this Navaratri and receive the grace and blessings of Devi Parashakti, of Bhagavan Venkateshwara, and of all of the gods and goddesses of Kailasa. So the Alankara Seva is the Seva, the offering of decoration to the deity. Alankara means decoration, and also that which causes a deep sense of fulfillment. It is from the Sanskrit root, alamkara, alam karoti iti alankara. That is alankara. So you can offer the alankara seva to the various deities that are worshipped and celebrated on these 9 nights. Yes, Nithyananda. So now we apologize for the technical glitch. And now before we move to the learning more about the sevas being offered in Adi Kailash, let us now look at some of the various understandings, the gnana that Swamiji has provided to humanity, the knowledge from the scriptures that Swamiji has gifted to humanity as through his happening as a guru. So let us learn more about the happening of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as a guru.
Today, we start completing with others. Others means not just only your father, mother, husband, wife, brother, sister, or the human beings around you, everyone.
Today we start with the completion of everything with which you're living, your wealth, your health, your bag, your seat, your pets, your car, your house. Please understand that all of these are a living part of your life.
See, a house may be a dead object, but it is a living part of your life. It is very important component of your life.
So the first thing you need to do is deciding, I have to bring completion with others, with whoever I'm living. I have to bring completion with whoever I'm living. Even if they don't want, I will stretch my best and I will decide I'm in the space of completion. Whenever they want, I'm open to have them. I'm open. I'm going to be in the space of completion. And whenever they are also ready, it will be completely complete.
So completion with others does not mean you are going to apologize to them. No, it is not completion. Apologizing, saying sorry, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, this is not going to lead us to completion.
Decide, I'm deciding to drop the hurting pattern in my life or any incompletion, any misunderstanding, anything. I'm deciding to drop and I'm deciding not to bring them in, not to give life to them again. So deciding this is the completion. Deciding this in your inner space is the completion with others.
So completion starts with a decision. So deciding, first we need to decide, whoever I am living with, I am going to live with the completion. Going beyond right, wrong is completion. Deciding, I am dropping this incompletion, hangover of the past, and I will not allow this to happen once more.
Completion is actually a responsibility. It is not apologizing. Swamiji says apologizing or feeling sorry comes out of powerlessness, but completion comes out of responsibility. So let us understand this difference.
So now let us understand the few basic truths about the relationships. Today, we are celebrating the Devi Navaratri Kamakshi Alankara. Devi is gracing us with the Kamakshi. So the Kama is the desires, all the desires she fulfills. So with her blessings, let us decide to be in the space of completion with everyone around us. So let us understand the few basic truths of relationships. They are not something outside you. It is the very extension of you. How you feel about that is what you project on others. If you have guilt, some part of, if you have guilt, carrying something, guilt inside you, some part of it is fighting with you. You will express only that unconsciously and make enemies of you. So if you are carrying some powerless cognitions or powerless feelings, emotions, which puts you in powerless, then you project those feelings to the people around you and create enemies, create conflicts in our life.
If you're constantly making enemies, that means something is wrong. And if you're making friends, then a majority of that part of you is healed.
So your experience of you and you projecting, you whatever you project in different relationships. So your experience of you, what you experience inside of you with your feelings, with the emotions, that you, the emotional part of you, you project in all different relationships, with your brother, with your sister, with your husband, wife, all the relationships, with your kids, whatever you're carrying inside, the emotions, you project those into the relationships, the people around you, which causes the damage in the relationships.
There are two things in relationships. There's the real father and your perception of him. The real mother and the idea of the mother. The real father, the real mother is the world, and your idea of your father or mother is my world, which exists for you.
So two constant happenings in our life. There are two things that are happening constantly in our life. One is the world and the actual world, the my world. So what is the world? The world is the actual happening, the facts. Just set of facts is the world. And the my world, the second thing that happens is my world, the perception of whatever is happening. Perception you carry about whatever is happening. That perception changes for each one of us. The actual happening is the world, that set of facts, but each one of us perceive by our own ideas of how certain things to be done, our own judgments about people, about everything happens in the life, our own labels, our own ideas, our own opinions about everything on the how about life, about everything, and notions, interpretations, beliefs, experiences, expectations, memories, everything what we carry inside us as perceptions. So many set of things decides how we perceive what is actually happening. That means this is different for each one. So that's why the actual happening with a set of facts is the world, and what we perceive each one of us is my world.
So here you can see the illustration of the world and my world. The world is the actual happening, which is given by the facts of the world. They're just a set of facts. And my world is your judgments, labels, ideas, opinions, notions, interpretations, beliefs, experiences, expectations, and memories. It is your interpretation of the happening given by your cognition. So the relationships that we have, the relationships are shaped by your cognition. So your cognition is responsible for the way you relate with life and with the people in your life. So it is your cognition that makes or breaks your relationships.
So in Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, 11th verse, Bhagwan very beautifully says, Ye yathamam praptayante tan tada eva bhajami aham mama vatmaima anuvartante manushyaha partha sarvasaha. That means Bhagavan Krishna very beautifully describing that whatever form in which you approach me, I appear to you in that form. You always see the world the way you are, not the way the world is.
So let us now watch a video where Swamiji narrates a story from his own life, exemplifying how to be complete when relating with others.
The moment he saw me, he got up and he rushed towards me to hit or to tell, how dare I walked inside the room without asking, excuse me, sir. May I come in, sir? He got up actually to hit me. How I responded, I was responding as if he got up seeing me. I said, please be seated. உட்காருங்க. That's it, that fellow's Kundalini has gone up. And he caught hold of my one hand and started twisting and started wiping my vibhuti. The moment his hand touched my vibhuti, that's all, my Kundalini has gone up. And I just held his one hand with one hand, that's all. At least my 10 teeth has gone into his hands. And he is screaming, hey, leave me, hey, leave me, hey, leave me. And real bite, not ordinary, real bite. And it took at least 2-3 minutes for him to get released. I bit him in the right hand. And nicely. And finally when he released his hand, he saw it's bleeding. And all 5-6 teeth mark. And I was nicely wiping my mouth and cleaning with my hand key. I had a small hand key in my trouser. With that I was cleaning and all that. And this fellow started screaming, hey, I will go and tell the headmaster and throw you out of the school. I just looked up and told him, if you go, in Tamil I said, Vadiyar headmaster போய் சொன்னா உன் மானம் தான் போகும் ஒரு சின்ன பையன் உனக்கு கடிச்சு வச்சிட்டான்னு. I told him, if you go and tell the headmaster, it is only for you, shame on you, because a small kid has bitten you. And that fellow was so angry. He said, even if it is shame on me, it's okay, I'll go and tell the headmaster. And the next word which I uttered only, I shook him. He had an extramarital affair with another one teacher. And both of them will come to the temple every day and sit under the banyan tree. And that usually I used to sit on that tree only. So I've heard about them, but I never thought I will go to the same school and same teacher. And they will come and sit and flirt there only. It's a remote area in the temple. I usually used to sit on that banyan tree. I'll sit on the banyan tree playing, and we will be playing around in that area only. Because we were kids and these two will never bother about us. And they would have never expected I will come to the same school and under them. And I told him, okay, I told in Tamil, வாங்க headmaster போலாம், நீங்களும் லக்ஷ்மி டீச்சரும் டெய்லி ஸ்கூலுக்கு வந்து என்ன பண்றீங்களோ, கோயிலில் வந்து என்ன பண்றீங்களோ நான் சொல்றேன், நீங்களும் சொல்லுங்க நானும் சொல்றேன், ரெண்டு பேரும் வாங்க போலாம். In Tamil I said, let's go to the headmaster and you tell what I did and I'll tell what you and Lakshmi teacher do every day in the temple after the school hours. Come on, let's go to the headmaster. That's all. That's all. That fellow took his kerchief and wiped his hand and he told me in Tamil, Sari po po, nee sollada nanu sollala. Means, all right, go. You also don't tell, I also won't tell. That's all. After that, he never bothered about my vibhuti. My sakradash, he never interfered. Please understand why I want to tell this. The same situation, if any one of you, it could have become a root pattern in you. All I am trying to tell you is you don't need to develop incompletion. Developing incompletion is not mandatory. I don't have any incompletion about this incident. From the beginning, developing incompletions is not mandatory, which is not sure. See, this situation, there is every possibility I could have developed fear, incompletion, so much, which I did not. How many of you understand what I am saying? That's all. So you need to know whether I also had a problem from him, but I did not develop incompletion. Whether the other person created problem or not is different, but developing incompletion is whose freedom? It's your freedom. Making incompletion out of that happening is your decision. So for 100% all incompletion, you are responsible. What they have done may be right or wrong, but it does not need to become incompletion. You see, what the teacher did is complete abusal. Wrong. But it never became incompletion in me. Recently, few years before when I went to Thiruvannamalai, he came and had my darshan. Later on. Because after some time the teacher became headmaster and that his wife died and he married the same teacher with whom he had an extramarital affair. He married the same teacher and that teacher also died. Now he is retired. He came and touched my feet. I picked up the same right hand and touched him. He said, "You leave me." Leave my hand. I said, okay. It never became a pattern in me, incompletion in me. Even though what he did was completely wrong, I never created an incompletion in me. So what others may do right or wrong, but that does not mean you have to develop incompletion. So any incompletion you have developed, who is responsible? You. Supposed to do completion? You. Make them understand about completion, the other person, then explain incident by incident and listen to their response also. Most of the time, it will be completely, it would have been misunderstood by you. My world is completely wrong. So listen. And finally, complete. Tell them clearly, whatever is right or wrong, now I am dropping it, I am completing with you, over. With this, I am not going to carry any more powerlessness, incompletion with you, over. Declare completion. Do this with every relationship, whoever is alive and reachable. If they are not reachable, not alive, do it only with the mirror and the other person.
Yes. So now let us understand this revelation of how we respond to the perception of the happening, the world and my world. Swamiji beautifully explained that when an incident happens, we do not need to become powerless or respond with powerlessness. We do not need to hold on to any incompletions, but we often respond to powerlessness with our perception of the incident. So let us see this interesting story that Swamiji has narrated, illustrating this perception of the happening. An old man once went to a nearby village and he was coming back to his home. He was coming back to his hometown. And from a distance, he saw that his house was on fire. And that's all. He literally started boiling and burning, rolling on the ground and crying. One of his sons came to him and said, "Why are you crying, father?" The old man said, "Oh, my house is on fire. My house is on fire." The son reminded him, "Don't you remember? Just yesterday, we sold the house." And immediately, the old man got up and he became completely all right. He was okay. All his suffering, his pain, everything disappeared. Everything became all right for him. But in a few minutes, the second son came and told him, "Father, we sold the house, that's true. But the money has still not come to us. We have not yet received the money." Then immediately, the old man started rolling on the ground again and crying, "Oh, my house is on fire, my house is on fire, my house is on fire." It was the same house burning in all the three perceptions. It was the same house. But for a few minutes, it was a suffering for the old man. The next few minutes, when he perceived that it was not his house, it was not a suffering for the same person. Then again, it was his house and it was a suffering for him. So it is nothing but his perception, how his patterns cognized this happening.
So now let us do one assignment. Internalizing the world and the my world. Let's take a few minutes. In your notebook, make 3 columns. The first column is situations or incompletion that you have, like whatever you identify as situations or incompletions. And the another second column, you write the world, the actual happening with a set of facts. And the third one is my world, our perceptions. These 3 columns, please take few minutes and do this. Do this assignment.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your 3 eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes. So now, if you've penned down the 3 columns for the situations that are incomplete for you, if you've penned down the world and the my world, you can now internalize this truth that Swamiji is giving us, that first you have to take responsibility for everything happening around you. You have to cognize that you are the source of everything happening around you.
See, what is the purpose of completion? The purpose of completion is not just healing of relationships. Your whole energy and consciousness will be different. Please know that what happened was not wrong. What is happening is right. Completion is right. Past is not wrong. You are not blaming or complaining. You are only completing and dropping it from your inner space. Now you're
Now
muted.
let us watch a video where Swamiji gives us the signs of completion with others, the technique of how to complete with others.
How many of you, when you did the process yesterday, the world and my world, understood it is you who messed up everything in your life? It is you who is supposed to repair everything in the life. How many of you understood that? All right. How many of you think we should really repair it? Very seriously, sincerely, you want to repair it. I'll give you step by step. How many of you think you don't need to repair it? You are not responsible. Raise your hand. No, really, I want to see. Maybe somebody will be thinking, why should I? No, I want you to understand, unless you decide, repairing cannot be done. Unless you decide, repairing cannot be done. Repairing cannot be done. Listen. Today, we start completing with others. Others means not just only your father, mother, husband, wife, brother, sister, the human beings around you. We will start the completion with everything with which you are living. Your wealth, your health, your bag, your seat, your pets, your car, your house. Please understand, all these are living part of your life. They may be dead objects, but they are living part of your life. See, a house may be a dead object, but it is a living part of your life. How many of you understand what I am saying? It's a very important component of your life. First, we will start completion with all the human beings with whom we are living. First step, completion with everything. With every human being. First thing you need to do is deciding, I have to bring completion with others, with whoever I am living. I have to bring completion with whoever I am living. Even if they don't want, I will stretch my best and I will decide I am in the space of completion. Whenever they want, I am open to have them. I am open. I am going to be in the space of completion. Whenever they are also ready, it will become completely complete. Understand? Completion with others does not mean you are going to apologize to them. No. Apologizing is not completion. Asking sorry is not. So many people were saying, I want to apologize, I am sorry. No. I am sorry is not completion. I am deciding to drop hurting pattern in my life, or any incompletion, misunderstanding, anything, I am deciding to drop, and I am deciding not to bring them, not to give life to it again. See, past, you can't say you are wrong or you are right. No one can say you are wrong, you are right. It is not apologizing. It is not feeling sorry for the past. No. Deciding, I am dropping this incompletion, hangover of the past, and I will not allow this to happen once more. Completion is actually responsibility, not apologizing. See, apologizing or feeling sorry comes out of powerlessness, but completion comes out of responsibility. Understand the difference. Please listen, see the difference. Now when I am saying you need to complete with your mother, with your father, with your brother, with others, I am not asking you to apologize. I am not asking you to call them and say, oh sorry, oh sorry, oh sorry, bus bus. No. No. Feeling sorry comes from powerlessness. That is not completion. When you call, you explain, this is what has been perceived by me. Here, I am not interested in looking into you are wrong or I am wrong. That will only create more and more anger, hatred and suppressed violence. I am only saying one thing. I am ready to drop the past and its powerlessness, incompletion. I am declaring I am dropping the past and I am complete. I don't have incompletion. And I will not create any incompletion anymore. Your decision and declaration, when it reaches them, you will suddenly see they also open up and start coming towards completion. But first, you need to be prepared. The first step, preparation for you. Sit with any one person in the hall. First, invoke your mother in that person and complete. Then go to the another participant and invoke the father in the person and complete. Don't invoke everybody in one person. No. One person, and with whoever you need to complete. Here, complete. Then, without the person, sit with the mirror and invoke that person in the mirror. Invoke your mother in the mirror. Talk loudly, not silent completion. No. Talk loudly as you are talking to your mother and complete. Invoke your father. Talk loudly as you are talking to your father and complete. Listen. First step, with the participants, you will sit and do completion. Second step, with the mirror, you will sit and talk and do the completion. Third, only you are going to call them and start talking to them. How many of you understand? First, do the first step and second step. If they are dead, by invoking in the mirror, if you do completion, that's enough. And if there is a legal problem, calling them, they may record and create a problem. You don't need to call them. Yes. Huh? If you know that they are still alive and if you have the ability to reach out to them, you should reach out. First, you don't even go to that step. Let us first do these two completion. Then you will have a lot of questions. I'll answer them. I'll help you to do these two completion first. That will take away the anger and vengeance and misunderstandings and suppressions you have. Let that come out first. Let you be healed. All that spicy, chilly anger, vengeance, everything will come out through the words. You will be ready to complete. If you directly now call them, you will only pick up more fight and come back with more mess up and incompletion. How many of you understand that? That is why I am not going to let you call them now. You will start reasoning with them. You are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong. End of the call, more incompletion. First, even if your relative or the person with whom you have to complete is in the hall, you will not talk to them directly. You will only sit with persons, other participants, and then you will only sit with the mirror. Then I will have one more session answering your questions, and I will also be doing a Shivoham process to heal your past.
So the two-step completion with others is, step one is invoking the relationship in Swamiji's Atmamurti and completing with them, and verbally talk, not mentally. Completion is not saying sorry or asking for apology. Then making them understand there is no more incompletion between you and them. I'm not carrying anything inside me against you.
And step two, complete with the mirror. Invoke the other person in the mirror and do the completion at least twice. Completion is the other person understanding that I'm not carrying anything inside me against you. That statement, that decision, the other person understanding that is completion. So with that, now we'll look at the various sevas we can offer today to Devi Parashakti, and the various sevas we can offer during Navaratri as we celebrate Devi Navaratri and the Venkateshwara Brahmotsavam.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nithyananda. So now let us see the various manifestations of Devi that we'll be celebrating this Navaratri, and the various offerings we can make to Devi Parashakti and Bhagavan Venkateshwara during this Brahmotsam. So on day 1, we have the manifestation of Devi Rajarajeshwari. On day 2, manifestation of Devi Meenakshi. Day 3, the manifestation of Devi Kamakshi, which is today. Devi is celebrated in her manifestation of Devi Kamakshi. Day 4 is Mata Annapurneshwari. Day 5 is Vishalakshi. Day 6, we celebrate the happening of Shayana Tirukolam, Devi in the form of Shayana Tirukolam. Day 7, Devi Mahalakshmi. Day 8, Devi Durga, and day 9, Devi Saraswati. And we have the various offerings of Mahaganapati Homa, Utsava Ambal Alankara Seva, Swamiji Vishesha Ambal Alankara Seva, Utsava Ambal Vishesh Shodashopachara Puja, Chandi Homa with Vishesha Dravya Homa and Purnahuti, Dasha Bhairava Puja, Kumari Puja, Suhasini Puja, the Durga Pratima Prana Pratishtapana, the Durga Saptami Puja, the Durga Saptami, Ashtami and Navami Arati, Puja Arati, the Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam, the Durga Ashtami Puja, Durga Kumari Puja, Durga Navami Puja, the Ayudha Puja, the Maha Naivedya Seva on Vijayadashami, the Pratyaksha Pada Puja on Vijayadashami, the Tulabharam Seva on Vijayadashami, and the Utsava Venkateshwara Alankara Seva and the Utsava Venkateshwara Navakalashabhishekam for Bhagavan Venkateshwara. So all of these various offerings are being made available for all the devotees on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. So we have the various Alankara Sevas at $508 that you can register for. The Utsava Ambal Alankara Seva is the Alankara Seva of the Utsava Murti of Devi Parashakti in her various manifestations, which bestows the deep fulfillment of life and thereby taking us closer to the Guru who liberates us from the cycle of birth and death. And the Swamiji Vishesha Ambal Alankara Seva is the Alankara Seva of the Sachala Murti of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the Garbha Mandir of the Nithyananda Paramashiva Devalaya, decorated in the various manifestations of Devi Parashakti.
The Usamurti of Parashakti is decorated in her various manifestations and is worshipped with 16 offerings that are favorite to Parashakti. As part of it, a special Samputita Archana will be offered with the 108 names of her manifestations describing her divine qualities. Samputita Karana is unique to the Shakta Sampradaya, where two mantras are merged together to offer worship. A select verse from the Devi Mahatyam will be merged with the 108 names and the Archana is done.
And we also have the Chandi Homa, which is offered every day with the Vishesha Dravya Homa and the Purnahti, which is offered for $5,008. So you can offer this seva, this sacred ritual to Devi Parashakti on any of these 9 nights of celebration. The chanting of the Sanskrit mantras brings out the latent powers that exist within us. And when these Sanskrit mantras are chanted by the power manifestors or Dvijas who are reborn from the Shaktipada of Paramashiva, they manifest intense life positive blessings, literally clearing the air of through any of the fire ritual. And we have to have the cosmic permission to invoke Chandika Parameshwari in the Agni and worship her by chanting the Devi Mahatmyam. And this sacred fire ritual demands the japam of incantation of the Devi Mahatmyam to be repeated 10 times to bring a cosmic alliance to invoke Chandi Devi in the Agni. And this sacred offering of the Chandi Homa, the offering of the Chandi Homa with the Vishesha Dravya Homa and Purnahuti, is being offered every day with the utmost, as per the Agamic injunctions, with the utmost integrity and authenticity by the third eye awakened beings in the sacred space of Adi Kailasa. So you can make this offering of the Chandi Homa, the Vishesha Dravya Homa and the Purnahuti on any of these 9 nights of celebration. And you can sign up for this on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And the various benefits of the Chandi Homa are extolled in the Devi Mahatmya, in the various verses of Devi Mahatmya. And the next offering is the offering of the Rajarajeshwari Ekadasha Dravya Abhishekam and Snapana Abhishekam. And this is a very special Abhishekam where, as per the Shakta Agamas, 11 types of Dravyams and Abhishekam items such as rice flour, turmeric powder, Jaladravya powder, Panchamritam, milk, curd, ghee, honey, sugarcane juice, fruit juice, tender coconut water, and Kandajalam is offered to the Moolavat Rajarajeshwari in the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam. And finally, the energized waters of the Chandi Homa Kalashas and the Shankha, the conch, which have been consecrated during the entire day by various powerful mantras and rituals, are offered onto the deity of Devi Rajarajeshwari.
The next is a Kumari Puja, Dasha Bhairava Puja, and Suhasini Puja. Rarest of rituals when Devi Parashakti is invoked in living persons and worshipped. Through the initiation and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the 9 forms of Devi manifest in the women and kids present for the puja and accept our offerings and worship. Hinduism is a religion where everything is auspicious and is an embodiment of Parashakti. When one witnesses the worship of a physical body which is radiating Parashakti, the highest auspicious thought current that occur in that person will be mirrored in our brain as well. A heightened feeling of connection to Parashakti will manifest when we see her in a physical form receiving our worship Parashakti. The cost is 1,008 US dollars.
Yes,
For
and
all
we
the
can
three.
also offer the Kumari Puja and the Dashabhairava Puja, which is offered to children. The So the Kumari Puja is offered to the girl child, the young girl child who's worshipped as a manifestation of Devi Parashakti herself. And through her innocent powerfulness, we can glimpse Devi Parashakti, the glimpse of the divine. And we can, with the Dashabhairava Puja is offered to the young boys who are blessed and initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to radiate the powerful manifestations of Parashakti and the Dashabhairavas. And the Suhasini Puja is offered to married women who are the initiates of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who sit as the form of Parashakti. And this unique revival of worship is one of the rarest where Parashakti is actualized and embodied and represents an actual physical body of Suhasini. As the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says, women are an embodiment of Parashakti, and here is a unique ritual in Hinduism recreating the same sacred sentiments that Sri Ramakrishna had when he offered the Jadadatri Puja to Sri Sharada Devi.
Durga Pratima Pratishtapana. The Kularnava Tantra describes in detail the worship of a Durga Devi, which is made out of clay. The agamic injunctions prescribe details on the way clay should be procured. They describe exactly from which land the mud should be procured. The ground deities are made with exact proportion as per the Shastras and are colored and decorated in the exact description of Durga Devi slaying the demons Mahishasura. This deity is an icon of Hindu feminism, where the cosmic mother, cosmic feminine, vanquishes the mass negativity. Tremendous amount of energy lands when the Durga Devi receives Prana Pratishtapana by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
So we can make these various offerings to Devi Parashakti and Bhagavan Venkateshwara during this Navaratri, and we can make all of these offerings on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. So you can sign up for the offerings on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. So with this, now we'll get ready for the darshan and the rituals happening directly from the sacred space of Adi HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam Devalaya, and get ready to receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, manifesting as the Nijavatar of Devi Parashakti and Paramashiva himself, as the Sarvadeva Deva Swarupa, and also the sacred rituals from Adi Kailash. So let's now get ready for the darshan and sacred rituals and worship.
गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सेदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः या तरिषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः शिवा शरव्या तव तया नो रुद्रमृडया या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुभाषन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्ष्यस्तवे शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि पुंसीः पुरुषं जगत् शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावदामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगद यक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत् अध्यवोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषक् अहेगुश्च सर्वाञ्जम्बयन् सर्वाश्च यातु धान्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रिता सहस्रशो वैशागुं हेण ईमहे असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उतैनं विश्वा भूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीरुषे अधो ये अस्य सत्त्वादोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोराग्नियोर्जाम् याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वपा अवदत्य धनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशतेषु ते निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव विज्यं धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुम् उत अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः या ते हेतिर्मीडुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुजा नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नादताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुदते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः